Hey everybody, this is Larry. Now this is find the winner of an away game. This is Q2 of the problem. This is actually, for me, this was a little bit of a tricky problem. I think there's some mathematical proofs around it or something like that, but I made two optimizations that, so basically the key note is that K could be a billion, so you cannot just simulate it. At least not directly simulated. All the other things is that N is 10 to the 5th, which is 100,000, which is so you can't do anything n squared, so it has to be linear, right? And you could simulate in linear time, so that's not a big deal. But the way that you allow the simulation to work is noting two things. One is that even though k is a billion, if k is bigger than the array length, then once you hit the array length, it'll just go on infinitely, right? So it doesn't really matter. And then the other case is that, if you put it in a way like, let's say this one, let's say this one, all you have to do is just look at it back to back, right? So basically, where can the winner be from? The winner can be from either of these places, but if it's toward the end, then you still have to go through the loop once, right? So that means that if you do the array twice, then this one will go through all the array at least once. So that means that just going through the array twice will allow you to enumerate all the possibilities using those two observations. Yeah, and because all the numbers are distinct, I just have a cheesy thing to kind of ignore it. And then beyond that, you just have to keep count on how many wins a number have. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky. The math or the observations are a little bit tricky to make. Once you make those observations, and more importantly, perhaps once you actually believe in those observations, then it becomes easier. And then I return the first instance in which this is true, and then if for whatever reason, I don't know if this actually gets hit, I can't prove it otherwise, but because I think this should always hit, but if I just put this as a thingy, so maybe I'll play around later. But yeah, you could watch me solve this live next. Let me know what you think. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit weird, but okay. So it does everything twice. Oops, okay. On this thing. one.